And right now, our first guest this afternoon is a professional footballer who plays as a defender for the Saudi Premier League club Al Ittihad. Born in England, she plays for the Nigerian women's national team, who just won the 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, and they made us proud. Let's make a welcome to the show, Ashleigh Plumptre. Great to have you on the show.
Hi, Ashleigh. How are you today?
Good.
First of all, congratulations on your win.
Congratulations.
Against Morocco. I am beyond proud because, you know, I like to see women do amazing things. And yes, happy National Girlfriend Day.
Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, how do you feel? I mean, it's a big win for Nigeria. It's a big win for you. And it's a big win, judging by the fact that the finals, I was literally scared.
I was on edge.
We're shaking.
Yeah.
And, first half went and I'm like, Jesus, what are we doing? And, second half, our girl said, hold up, we are coming back with a banger. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, honestly, I keep saying to everybody, I'm still letting it all set in. I don't feel like I've been able to sit with it yet and really feel like the achievement that we've been able to achieve. But the fact that we won in a fashion that we did, I think that's the overwhelming part for me. I think a lot of people, even some of the people on our team, probably counted us out by half time. But we knew that we have so much resilience in the team. So for us to be able to come back and get 2 goals and then finally win in the last couple of minutes was, huge.
Minutes.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the word overwhelming does it for me because I could see you in tears after the win. Like, you got pretty emotional, and I'm sure not a lot of things get you emotional. What else gets you emotional apart from football?
To be honest, I'm a very emotional person.
Oh, softie.
Yeah, I feel things very deeply. I guess a woman of purpose. So even me joining the Super Falcons, it goes beyond football.
Yeah.
I think the tears, honestly, I was saying to some of my friends, it wasn't the fact that we won necessarily, it was the journey to get to that point and then achieve as a team,
Okay, so something that has been at the back of my mind for the longest, I'm like, okay, a lot of people will say, oh, my father is Nigerian, my mother is Nigerian, but you had to go all the way. Your grandfather is the one who was Yoruba. And then you told yourself, you just made up your mind after playing for the England team for a long time that, no, I'm going to play for the Super Falcons. What brought about that? Because what made you make that decision that you want to play for Nigeria? And how did you feel the match that you played against England when they won you guys and sent you guys home?
Yeah.
So let's start with the bond, how it started, you wanting to play for the Super Falcons, and then how you felt after your old team kicked you off.
Then in addition to that, judging by the fact that you never really visited Nigeria before you started playing for Nigeria, and I think it was about 2021, 2022, January, was it January, February, that you started playing for the Super Falcons.
After the training.
So run us through the entire process of, Nigeria, I want to play for Nigeria and everything. Run us through it.
Yeah, honestly, I always say, as I said before, I'm a woman of purpose. So for me, the decision I made to represent the Super Falcons goes beyond football. I'm a big family person, and I'm really close. I've got 3 siblings, and I'm really close to all of them. And they're 12 years younger than me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
took them so long.
Yeah, right. So my connection with my little sister, so I've got 2 brothers who are purely English, but my younger sister is like me. We've got a Nigerian dad and British mum. And for my sister, I was just talking to my dad, I don't think she realizes the impact she probably has on me, but the reason I wanted to represent the Super Falcons was more learning about her story and her journey as a young mixed race girl in a small village in the UK. She was a little bit different to mine because a lot of people just assume that I'm white British. They don't recognize or realize that I'm Nigerian, which I can understand, but I think for my sister, she looks visibly Nigerian, and I empathize a lot with her story, some of the struggles she had from a young age, from looking the way that she did. And I recognize the importance for myself and for her and my family altogether in delving into our heritage, because ultimately it is part of our identity. And I'll be honest, I think some of the characteristics that I've shown or I've always had that haven't necessarily felt very British, it kind of makes sense now, just the resilience. I mean, my dad is
hustle spirit.
the same. Yeah, exactly. So My dad is very much the same. I think I have some of those qualities from him. So yeah, and that's only could have come from the Nigerian side.
Okay. So let's
how you
bring
felt when
how you felt.
England won.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because you're an emotional person.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I remember lining up for that game, and I heard the English national anthem, and then ours, and I think it was the English one first, and I was already tearing up when I heard that one. So yeah, it was. Yeah, a moment that I actually felt like was going to come because in the World Cup, we didn't have England like in our group matches. We had them when we qualified out of the group.
Yes.
And I had this feeling before the tournament even started that we would face them. I just knew that it would happen. And then when it did, it just for me, like, obviously there's a lot of pressure because they're a very good team. But for me, even though, like, to be honest, I think we had chances to win that game.
Yes,
we
did.
lost on penalties, but I just felt the overriding emotion I had was just gratitude because I just couldn't believe that I could be in a position to represent two parts of my identity in a game. You know, yeah.
That is
Okay,
amazing.
so let's bring it down to playing for the Super Falcons. I mean, I've seen videos of the Super Falcons. I've seen you guys play. I've seen you guys dance, sing, and I love the sisterhood. So how is it playing with the Super Falcons? Judging by the fact that you're not completely, the color that.
Right.
Yeah. So how does it feel? How is the sisterhood? How is the relationship between you and other players on the Super Falcon?
Yeah, I can never put that like sisterhood into words. Even when we speak about like my individual performances, which people have asked me about a little bit while I was at the Africa Cup of Nations, and I truly do believe that I'm made better because of the sisterhood I'm around. So we really we're on a journey together, right, as players. And I feel as if we are brought up by one another.
Yes.
So like when I go out on the field and like, it was actually one of my first games for the Super Falcons where one of the girls said after the game, like, do you know how we know that you're Nigerian? I said, how? She said, from the way that you have that fighting spirit on the field, you know.
Look at that.
I hope you didn't tear up. I hope you didn't cry when you
I
did that.
probably did.
I will so cry.
You are such a
Yeah.
softie.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Ashley's still in the building, and that's it with our guest for today. But not to worry. We will be back with Socialville, and she will be doing it with us. Stay tuned, guys.